Greetings, whoever you are, wherever you are at this present moment in the world. I am Yato God, your fellow Bajan duelist, and I am here today to bring you an exclusive Life Twin deck profile. No, Life Twins just got some support. I was really excited when I found this out, and I had to get my hands on this stuff. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's get started on the profile. Now, the version of this deck that I am playing is Life Twin Spright, small Unchained package. The deck, not Unchained, yeah, Unchained, yeah, small Unchained package. No, the deck runs really well with fiendsmith. The new card being Light Fiend, which is Kisa Kill Deal. Evil Twin Kisa Kill being a Light Fiend. The deck is just go ham with the fiendsmith engine. We all know how resilient the fiendsmith engine is right now. Everything is still, like at 3, no hits, except Lacrima. Yeah, we don't need that card. But once I do get the fiendsmith engine, I will be putting the fiendsmith engine, well, I will be doing a version of this deck profile with fiendsmith. So I'm going to take out the Spright, probably take out the Unchained, toss in the fiendsmith. Yeah, this deck is going to be the ish. So without further ado, let's get right on into the profile. We have 3 Life Twin Kisa Kill. No, Kisa Kill is your new normal summon. Well, not new, but the best one. Before everyone was like, play 3 Lila and 2 Kisa Kill, because Lila really was the best, But no, Kisa Kill has come and dethroned her sister, or best friend, I don't know what they are. I can't remember the lore. But Kisa Kill, best normal summon. Kisa Kill Frost, also not a great normal summon, great extender. So any of these get you into the Kisa Kill deal. This is a link 1. It takes any Kisa Kill and it dumps on activation. So it dumps a Lila. You would be dumping the new Lila card. We'll get to that. So we play the 1 Lila, God bless her soul, down to 1. And then we play the Lila Sweet. This is the new Lila. This is the old Lila. But yeah, we play the 1 Lila Sweet and then the 1 Lila Treat. Lila Treat is an extender that specials itself when you control a Kisa Kill, as Kisa Kill Frost specials itself when you control Lila. Now, for those who do not know what this card looks like, this is just a proxy. I'm supposed to be getting mine tomorrow, but for those of you who don't know what it looks like, this is what it looks like. Don't know if y'all could see the screen. Maybe the light is funny. But yeah, Life Twin, Lila Sweet. So the card says, when your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Life Twin card or effect activation, you can discard this card, negate that opponent's effect. If you control a Kisa Kill monster and this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but while it is face up in the monster zone, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except fiend monsters. So it's a soft lock from extra deck for fiends. So you can still special summon your Spright cards from hand and stuff like that. Yeah, so you would go into the link 1, the link 1 would dump this, and the link 1 is a Kisa Kill, so you get to special summon this from the graveyard. The effect in hand is pretty good too. So you discard, negate the opponent's effect. So it's kind of like a conditional Omni Negate. But this is the important part. When your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Life Twin card, so that can be Secret Password, that can be Life Twin Home, that can be Sunny Snitch. Once this is in your hand, your opponent tries to ash you, negate. So, great card. Moving on, we play, let me just get these out of the way. moving on, we play one of the brick. Yeah, the brick. I'm still playing it because this is Life Twin Spright. Maybe if it was Life Twin Fiendsmith, I wouldn't be playing it. But yeah, we play the brick. So the brick still also has a great effect. It can't be normal summoned. You have to summon it by tributing Life Twin and Kill Link Monster. So what you would do is you would tribute the both of them, the two links, summon this. If your opponent has more than 2 cards, they have to send all their cards to the graveyard until they're left with 2. When that happens, this card gains 2200 attack and defense, so it gets pretty big, yeah, and clears your opponent's board. In order to get this in the graveyard, you send it with Sunny Snitch when you're using Sunny Snitch graveyard effect. So, which is to send the evil twin, and then send one of your opponent's cards on field to the grave. So yeah, we play one of the brick, and this is my honorary Life Twin card. Now, small example here. We have Life Twin Lila, we have Life Twin Kill, we have El Magi Mergy. So what El Magi Mergy does, gains attack equal to the total link rating of the link monsters in the graveyard times 400. This card gets huge. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can tribute one Cyberse monster or link monster, special summon this card. You can only use this effect of Mergy once per turn. So what do we have here? We have 2 normal summons that are Cyberse. One searches for the other, right? Once you have no other monsters on field. So let's say you summon Lila. Your opponent goes activate Imperm. You have Mergy in hand. You go tribute for cost to special. Mergy hits the field. You've already met the requirement for this effect. It's activated. There were no cards on field. It summons your Lila. From there, you link off the 2 into a Kill link monster, or the 1 into the new Kill deal, and start your combo. So it dodges Imperm, Vela, Morna, stuff like that. Even Desiree. You have this in hand into Desiree, your opponent. Yeah. What are you negating? But yeah. Honorary Life Twin card. I love it. I would play at 2. Before the new cards came out, I played it at 3, but just 1 for now. So the rest of the Life Twin package is Life Twin Sunny Snitch. Sunny Snitch, when activated, it adds you a Kill or Lila monster. It also has the effect, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you gain 200 life points and inflict 200 damage to your opponent. So this deck alone is just good into time, right? Lila and Kill also have an effect once they're on board. So if these happen to stay on the field and you pass turn, each time for Kill's effect, each time your opponent's monster declares an attack, gain 500. Your opponent must pay 500 to declare an attack. So the deck is just great into time. You leave these on field somehow. So this plays into draw. You're normally adding your card. You only need the 1 add with this deck, so that is fine if your opponent wants to draw you there, but it also means that you can't get any draws off of your other effects. So it's still something to be mindful of. Next, we're going with the Spright package. We play 2 Spright Blue, 2 Spright Jet, 1 Carrot, 1 Red. So Spright Blue adds any of these. Spright Jet adds any Spright, spell, or trap. Carrot is a trap, spell and trap negate. Red is a monster negate. they negate by tributing a level 2, link 2, or rank 2 monster. If you tribute a link or rank 2, you get to destroy that opponent's card. So this would destroy the spell or trap. This would destroy the monster. However, if you just tribute a level 2, then you just get the negation effect, and that's it. One thing to be mindful of, these two have different clauses to summon than these two. So they're all special summons once you control a level 2 monster. But blue and jet, if you control a rank 2 monster, you can also special these. Carrot and red, if you control a link 2 monster, you can also special these. So just be mindful that you're summoning them via the correct oh, what's the word? Lost the word. Let's just go with clause. Condition. Yeah, there we go. And then we have 3 starter. Starter summons any of those Spright monsters. If you somehow have 2 starter in hand, you go 1 starter to start the engine. Then you just set the next one and you summon the Omni Negate that you're missing from your board on your opponent's turn, because you can only activate 1 starter per turn. So yeah, next, Spright Smashers. Spright Smashers says banish a Spright monster from your hand or graveyard. Then you can banish another level 2 monster and banish one of your opponent's monsters. Banish a card they control. You can also special summon a Spriggan or a Tyrion monster, but we don't play those. Spright Double Cross. This trap is crazy. When Spright was a big thing, I do not remember seeing this card, but somehow around the Life Twin and I think the Runic version, or more so the Life Twin version of Spright, they started using Double Cross. So Double Cross basically says target a monster on field or either graveyard, then activate one of these effects. Attach the targeted monster to 1 rank 2 monster that you control as material. Second effect, place the targeted monster your opponent controls in your zone your link 2 monster points to and take control of their monster. Third effect, special summon the targeted monster from either graveyard to your zone your link 2 monster points to. This card is sick. I love it. You usually searching this off a jet when you're going first, because very rarely you would need smashers. Smashers is when you're basically trying to break the very small board that your opponent set up, trying to play through your interactions and go for game. So yeah, Double Cross, crazy card, crazy. Small Unchained package, smallest Unchained package y'all ever seen in life. 2 Unchained cards, Unchained Soul of Shavara and Abominable Chamber of the Unchained. So the trap special summons Unchained monster from graveyard. That's all it does. If it is somehow popped, it summons an Unchained monster from that. So Shavara now, when Shavara is on the field, you're locked into Fiends. So another soft lock. There's 2 soft locks in the deck. That is this and Lilith Sweet. Locks you into Fiends. Shavara, when it's in your hand, you can pop a face down monster, or you could pop a face down spell or trap to summon Shavara. Or you could pop a fiend monster. So Shavara will special itself. When it goes to the graveyard, then it adds the trap. No, that's it for the engine. We go non-engine. 2 Ghost Spell. I am calling it now. Ghost Spell is the card to be playing right now. If you're not playing Ghost Spell, then you're behind. No. Next card, Draw. Gotta be playing Draw. This Draw just eats up this format. I would be playing 3, but I don't want to take the deck to 41 cards. So I'll just play 2 for now and see how it goes. But yeah, Ghost Spell and Draw. Meta call for this for the decks that basically all over Yu-Gi-Oh right now. So the draw hits Mitsu, Raziel. It hits Malice. Malice doesn't do a big set of adding, but they do have combos that let them draw 3 cards on their turn. So you can get rid of the draw, go spell, when they're trying to banish off of the Bestials to get their cards to summon back from the banish zone. Nib, just nib everybody. Nib imperm everybody. Big tree, because we are also susceptible to these cards. We do everything here. So yeah, you play the big tree, callaway, cross out if someone tried to interact with your board, and then you hit them with the talents. Maybe you draw 2. Maybe you're looking ahead to see what else they got to stop you. But yeah, that is it for the main deck. Let me go into the extra deck. This is the new card. So Evil Twin, Kiss Kill Deal. This card is a link one. The arrow points to the right, so you have to get it off the board when you want to, do some other link summons. But card is a sick card. Any Kisa Kill monster, you can only link summon Kisa Kill Deal once per turn. Send 1 little monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard and apply this effect this turn. Each time your opponent activates a card or effect in response to your Kisa Kill or little monster's effect, draw 1 card when that effect resolves. So it's just a free draw every time they try to interact with this. Yeah, you just gain plus all the time. This also plus is a great card, and it's a late fiend. So imagine when I hit this with the fiendsmith package. Late fiendsmith package. All right, yeah. So you play the 1 Kisa Kill Deal. Deal is usually going to be sending Sweet. Why? Because Sweet summons itself when Deal is on the field. Deal is a Kisa Kill monster. You get 2 monsters, you go into your link 2s. We play the 2 Evil Twin Kisa Kill. Kisa Kill, when it's on field and there is no Lila, it summons a Lila from grave. And Lila, vice versa, there's no Kisa Kill, summons the Kisa Kill from grave. No, when either one of them is summoned while the next one is already on the field, they get effects. Evil Twin Kisa Kill gets to draw, Evil Twin Lila gets to pop a card. So when both of them are summoned at the same time off of Trouble Sunny's effect, they both register that the other one is on field. So you get both effects at the same time. So you can chain block which one you want. If you want to prioritize your draw, you go chain link 1, chain link 2 to pop. Trouble Sunny tributes itself to summon the 2 of these. Or if you have the normal monsters and maybe your opponent banished these, you can summon the normal monsters also. 1 Lila, 1 Kisa Kill. It also has the effect engrave to banish itself. Send the boulder. Where's the boulder? Send the boulder to non-target, send 1 of your opponent's cards. And that is how you get the boulder in the grave to summon it off of the 2 of these, by tributing the 2 of these. Unchained engine. The rest of the Unchained engine lies in the extra deck. So, Yama, special summon with 2 fiends. After you activate Kisa Kill's effect, you summon the 2 of these. Then you go into Yama. Yama effect on summon, add Sharvara. You go Sharvara. Well, after you've linked off this and maybe a Spright, you got a Spright blue laying around. You link them off for Solar Rage. Then you go Sharvara, Pot Rage, special itself. Rage is going to add you a fiend if you have one that you want to add back. For instance, if you have Deal, you only play 1 Deal. How do you use it again next turn? you send it back off of Ridge. So you send it back to the extra deck off of Ridge. Yama, when something is destroyed, banishes itself. You can summon back one of the two of these, or you can summon back the Trouble Sunny. So yeah. When you get Sharvara to the grave, Sharvara would set the trap that would be able to bring this back on your opponent's turn. So next, Muckraker from the Underworld. So in testing, I made a mistake today of using this card as tribute fodder for one of my Spright negates. Very bad choice. The right thing that I should have done, which you all should do also, if you have Trouble Sunny on board because you brought it back by Yama's effect, so it's on board in your opponent's turn, you activate this. Don't try going to prioritize both the pop and the draw, waiting for your opponent to put something on field. You just activate it, you summon the two of these, you get the draw, right? So you get to draw your card. This is on field. Then what you would do is use your Spright to tribute a Lilla. This still has its effect because Lilla is no longer on the field, to summon back Lilla and get the pop. So don't make that mistake that I did. This card would have protected my whole board from being destroyed by Mitsurugi's Regeki effect. So yeah, try to keep this on board as much as possible. It has a monster reborn effect, discard a card and special summon a fiend. And it also has a protection effect to protect your monsters from being destroyed by discarding a card. SP Little Knight, you go into Little Knight off of, I don't think I actually explained Solar Ridge effect. But yeah, Solar Ridge, once your opponent special summons a monster, you can quick effect use that special summoned monster as link material. So you can go into SP Little Knight, you can go into Anguish. Yeah? We all know SP Little Knight banishes on summon, and then it has another banish effect when your opponent activates an effect. We have two Gigantic Spright. You want to get to Gigantic Spright as fast as possible, especially if you don't have a way to get into your Link 4. You would prioritize the Gigantic Spright, get the Spright engine on board. It also, you can also use the Gigantic Spright to go for damage when it has a Link monster as material. That's why we play the two. So that on our turn, when we're going for game, we could make one with any Link monster, any Link 2, sorry. It doubles the attack. So Gigantic basically discards a card and special summons any level 2 monster from your deck. So you can summon a Spright, you can summon a life twin piece that you're missing, and continue your combo. So number 2, Ninja Shadow Mosquito. I can't believe that this card is number 2 in the number series. But yeah, Ninja Shadow Mosquito. So this card basically puts a counter on every time it goes to attack. It places a counter. You have the option to place a counter or burn your opponent for their attack once that opponent already has a counter on it. So basically, you summon all your baby monsters, you make this, you attack, you put a counter, you attack with the rest of your baby monsters, you burn your opponent every single time for their attack. So if they're playing Blue Eyes and they have 3000 attack, then yeah, every time you attack with your little baby monsters, you're burning them. Just make sure you don't die while attacking with the small bodies. So next, Degen Buster. Degen Buster, if you could get into this and not go into Gigantic Spright, just so you could get little negate from Nibiru, Then you make this off of Jet and Spright Blue. So it has the effect to detach to negate a monster. So really good card. This allows you to go into your link 4 because it doesn't lock you like how Gigantic Spright does. So this is also an option if you need to go into the Trouble Sunny. Last card, Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat is a crazy card. It basically gets you one of your other pieces. So say you're missing, you have Carrot on field, but you are missing Spright Red for a negate. If your opponent happens to summon a Thunder or Fire monster, then you can Mannequin Cat, get one of the two of these. Mannequin Cat. Also, if you want to play some sneaky cards that lock you like Archlord Christia in your main deck, you can Mannequin Cat for Archlord Christia, Mannequin Cat for Emmanuel Wado, those sort of cards. So yeah, just a little tech option. That's it for the extra deck. Now, go into the side deck. Please note, I did not have enough sleeves. These are Live Twin sleeves. They come in packs of 50s. So I needed more. I have to order. Spright Gamma Burst. You play this when you're going second. Boost all your level, rank, and link 2 monsters by 1400 attack. Now your baby monster is big, you go for game. 2 Lightning Storm, we all know what it does. Hit back row or hit attack position monsters, but you can't have any other cards on field. Exceed Encore for the Reizio Mitsurugi. Some people still playing Reizio Mitsurugi and not Mitsurugi Fiendsmith. So those are for those people. Artifact Lance here for Malice. I have a lot of things that too. Don't ask why, it's just a thing with this deck. I just feel in twos. Live Twin Lila Wrap. This card is not searchable in this deck. This is a great time card if you can get it on your board going first into time. Sunny Snitch burns your opponent. If one of the Live Twin Lilas or Kisa kills, the regular effect monsters are on the board, they burn your opponent. Lila Wrap. If you special summon a monster from the graveyard at set during the damage step, you make your opponent lose 1,000 life points and you gain 500. You can activate this effect of Lila Wrap once per chain. So once per chain, if you summon a Lila, a Kisa kill, or whatever from your graveyard, you getting to burn your opponent and gain life. Like, this deck is so good into time. I feel like you could cheat out a lot of wins with this card, Sunny Snitch, one of the baby twins. Yeah, I play spell card Monster Reborn in this deck because I want to reborn when I have this card on field. This card is crazy. Summon, lose 1,000, gain 500. I also play Ghost Mourner Moonlit Chill. So I would take out Infinite Imperm, put this in. When my opponent gets to a choke point, I would negate, and if they move that monster, they're burned for the attack of that monster. So if they got Blue Eyes, well, not Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is a vanilla. Let's say like Spirit. If Spirit is on field, they want to combo and go off into Crimson or not Crimson. That's bad. Blue Eyes is just a bad matchup. Let's not go Blue Eyes. Fiendsmith and Graver. Yeah, so Fiendsmith and Graver are, what's the other card they summon to go into Caesar? Necroquit Princess. They summon those, you hit them with this. Once they move those monsters, then they get burned for the attack. Last card, Solemn Judgment for going first. We all know what Solemn Judgment does. It's an Omni. You just gotta pay half your life points. It works. We gain a lot of life in this deck. So Solemn Judgment. And that is it for the deck profile. Oh wait, I'm forgetting one last thing. Mind the Bureau token. Whenever it's hitting the bureau, just show your opponent this. Just present it to them. Or you could present this side. Just scoop, brother. Just scoop. Yeah, so that has been it for the Life Twin deck profile. Like I said, this is pretty much a budget version of the deck. When I do complete my Fiendsmith package, I am going to be doing a deck profile and probably some test hands with the Fiendsmith version of the deck. I'll probably do a test hand vid with this version of the deck also, but I don't want this video to be too long. So yeah, that has been it. Yato God from High Noon Gaming, out here in Barbados, just playing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Thank you guys for tuning in.